Hi everyone, my name is Teresa. I'm one of the people that designed this course, and this video is going to be a tutorial on Discord software. Discord is the chat platform that we're going to use to communicate with each other during the course. It's going to be like our virtual classroom. So it's super important that the very first thing you do is go and install Discord so that we can chat and hang out. So we're going to jump into the installation tutorial. It's not that complicated. You could probably figure this out without listening to me tell you how to do it, but I'm doing this just in case you need the help. And stay tuned to the end, because at the end of the video I'm going to talk a little bit about the class philosophy and why we're using Discord and the way that we expect you to communicate on the platform. Okay, great. So let's start installing. Okay, so here is the Discord install tutorial on Blackboard. This is text-based. My video is going to go up here as soon as I finish making it. The thing you need to do at the very beginning is just to click this link to download Discord. And so this will bring you to this external URL, discord.com, and then you click download for Windows. There's also an option to open Discord directly in your browser. I will show you that option later in this tutorial in case you don't want to install something on your computer, or you're on a friend's computer or a public computer. You can access Discord through a browser, but it's better if you install the software on your computer and on your phone. So we're going to go over how to install both of those softwares, and then I'll go over the browser version of the program. So we're going to download for Windows. If you have a Mac, it's basically the same thing. And you can see Discord setup is downloading. It says 8 seconds left. So once it's downloaded, you can click on it and the installer will run. So Discord is loading. You should have the program install on its own with very little problems. It's a very light piece of software. It's pretty uncomplicated. And then you'll be brought to this screen. Your screen might look a little bit different than saying welcome back, because I had Discord installed already. If you have a Discord account, you can just log in. If you don't, then we're going to register. So I'm going to break a new Discord account for the purpose of this tutorial. And now you should type in your Binghamton email for this. I'm not going to, because like I said, I'm making a new account, so I have to use an email that I don't normally use. But you should use your Binghamton email. So I'm going to type in my email address, then come up with a username, and then a password, and hit continue. And that's it. You will be in Discord. So the next thing you need to do is add our server. So to add our server, you can go back to Blackboard, and you can scroll down here. This is the URL of our server name. I will also send you this URL in an email. You can message me if you have trouble finding the server address. This is probably the trickiest part of the whole thing, is making sure you get this server address correct. So once you have the server URL, you can copy it, and then you can go to up here in the upper left-hand corner and click Add a Server. You can hit Join, and then you can copy and paste the invite right there. So when you join our server, you should see this page with this sort of long note from me about norms of communication. That's in this channel here called Welcome Norms in the Town Hall. So if you can't see this message because other students have written in this channel, there's a prompt for you to write some norms of your own in this channel. So if you can't see this, you can scroll up to the very top, or you can hit this pin button here, and this will jump you. You can click jump, and you can jump to the pinned message. So periodically, your instructors will pin messages to certain channels if they want you to see them, if they're important, so that they don't get lost in the chat. Yeah, so you should read through these welcome norms. I'm going to go over these later in the video. First, I want to give you a tour of what our server space looks like. So there are all of these different channels that you can see in the server. There's like maybe 20 channels, and they're broken into 4 major categories. So there's the town hall where we are. This is sort of like a general announcement space. So here is the welcome norms page where we're on. We'll be interacting with this in module 1 so that we can set some ground rules about how we communicate with one another. Then here's a page for instructor announcements. So this is where your instructor will post information that you might want about how the course is going. This channel here is called Introduce Yourself. So again, in module 1, your first prompts are going to be to hang out in town hall and do things, write some welcome norms, and also post a selfie in Introduce Yourself so that your classmates know who you are and what you look like. Then there's the TBH channel, to be honest. This is a feedback channel. So throughout the course, we're going to be asking you questions about how the course is going, if you liked the assignments, if you like hanging out on Discord, if you're making friends, this sort of thing. And so this is a place for you to give honest feedback to your instructors, and they will take it extremely seriously. And then the last channel in the town hall is questions. So if you have a question for your instructor, you can email it to them, but it's probably better if you post it in Discord because then everybody can see it because other students in the class will probably have the same questions. So these are like for technical questions about the class. I guess you could ask like questions about the course material too, although that would probably go better in some of the assignment threads. Which I will talk about next. So there's all of these different kinds of assignments, selfie land and image jump and interesting links and quotes. And basically, as you go through the course content, you're going to be asked to read material or watch a video, and then there'll be some sort of prompt. And the prompt comes in many different flavors. So like a role-playing prompt is going to ask you to imagine that you are some of the people that you've been reading about and to think about how they might have been feeling in the situations that you read about. Whereas like in selfie land, we're going to ask you to post a selfie. You're going to post a lot of selfies in this class because the goal is to build relationships with one another. And it's really hard to do that if you don't know what each other looks like. So there's a lot of different kinds of assignments. You will like some of them more than others, I'm sure. And but there's a wide variety to hopefully to meet the needs of a lot of different kinds of learning styles. Okay, so I had to move my little face in a box so you could see these special channels here. There's two special channels. One is for Never Alone. Never Alone is this really cool puzzle platformer game made by an indigenous gaming company. We're going to play through this whole game. It's really, really fun, and there are Discord prompts for it throughout the semester, so we made a special channel for it because it's a little bit different than the other kinds of assignments. You're going to like it a lot, I'm sure. And then there's Course Wrap Up. This is like for your final Discord post. We made a separate channel for that too, but you don't really have to worry about that until the very end. And then there's voice channels. So there's voice chat here called Voice. There's going to be some Discord prompts where you're asked to record a clip of yourself, either using clipped.com, or you can post it on TikTok and post the URL here, or basically any. We want to give you as many options to interact as possible, show your face, show your voice, depending on what you're comfortable with and what's easiest for you. But the goal is to have a lot of interactivity. So there's going to be Discord prompts where you're asked to make a recording instead of typing. Some people don't like to type, and you can post that recording here. There's also live chat, so you can connect to the live chat when you click on it, and you can even share your screen. For example, I can share my Discord screen on here. Oh wow, so very meta. And you can turn on your webcam feed. I can't because my webcam is already on, but you can connect to here if you want to have live conversation with your peers, talk about the course content. Please do that. It's really important that y'all communicate with one another. That's like the whole point of this entire server, is that you do that. I really hope that you like it and that you make friends. So there's one other area in the server, and that's called Hangout Space. There are two channels in Hangout Space. There's the public square. So this is one of two channels in the server that aren't really about the class at all. This is just a place for you to hang out and talk with people in the class about non-class related things. And your instructors will be hanging out in the public square sometimes if you want to chat with them there. There's also a student-only chat where the instructors will not be. And this is a space that you can talk to your peers without concern that your professor might see you. I mean, your instructor will still have access to this channel, so it's not like a super secret space, but your instructor's not going to be reading it. It's not within their purview. Okay, so that was a tour of all of the channels on the server. Now let's talk about some of the other sort of customization and interaction options that Discord has. So if you go down to the lower left corner here and you click on this gear, then you can get your user settings. So you can click My Account, Streamer Mode Enabled. Do I want Streamer Mode Enabled? Disable. So if you have Streamer Mode enabled, then it's not going to let you mess with your account, so you have to disable that. And then now you can go and you can edit the way that you show up, right? So you can change your username if you want to, if you didn't like what you set. You can also set an avatar, so I'm going to do that now. Yeah, this will be a good photograph, and I'll make it have my face, and I'll zoom in a little bit. Yeah, that's great. Apply. So now I look like me when I talk, and then I can hit save. There's also commands in Discord. So for example, if you want to change your nickname, not your username, my username is Teresa Kadish here, but I can type \nick and then space, and I can come up with a new nickname. Let's say I want to be called Tiresias. Enter, right? So now my name is Tiresias. So actually, I'm going to change it back to Teresa. So you can name yourself anything you like on the channel, but try not to change it once the class is started because your instructor does need to keep track of you and grade you, unfortunate as that might be. So what else? If you go up here, or if I go up here because I am an admin, I can show you some of the server settings. Specifically, we've got these two kinds of roles. There's instructors and students. And instructors and students, they have different colors for their names, and they have different permissions about moderating posts and adding and removing people and things like that. If you want to talk to a specific class of people, you can tag them. For instance, if you go @instructors, and then type like, "Hi, I have a question," then your instructor will get a ping on their phone notifications because they have Discord installed on their phones. You should too. I'll get to installing Discord on your phone after this. So you can ping your instructors like that. You can also ping them directly by typing their username. So @Teresa would give me a ping if you did that. There's also @everyone. And so this is very powerful. If you type @everyone, then everyone is going to get a ping. So do this like if you want to do a brainstorm, you can tag everyone for a brainstorm assignment, and then they'll all show up, or at least a lot of your class will show up in the brainstorms, and you can work on a thing together. So you can tag multiple people and give them an indication like, "Hey, I'm online. Let's do some classwork together now." So that's @everyone. You can also tag @students. So you can tag all the students in the course, not necessarily the instructors. If you have desire for there to be more roles, like to subdivide even further, we can make more roles. I kind of doubt you'll need it, but it's an option. There are also some word processing controls, like if you do stars, I think it makes it bold. Italics. If you do stars, it makes it italics. Or if you type \me, then it'll like do an action. So like says a thing. Yeah, so it puts it in italics if you write \me. There's more like little Discord things like that you can look up. It doesn't really matter. All that really matters is that you have a text box that you can type into. You can post files, you can post pictures, you can post GIFs. This is hooked up to a GIF search engine, so I can look for a GIF and post the GIF. Oh, look at that GIF. So I showed you all those features, not because I want to bore you, but because I want to give you the ability to interact with your peers as richly as you can. Discord gives you a lot of options to really feel like you're in the same virtual space as someone else. And that's going to be super, super important if we want to learn together. This is not a solo class. It's totally about talking with the people in the class that you're with about what it means to be human and what communication is. We have a whole unit on language. So even though you're going to all be in your separate rooms on your separate computers, we're going to work really hard to build a sense of community together. And the foundation that we're going to do that with is to make sure that you have Discord in all the places. So now in this part of the tutorial, I'm going to show you how to install Discord on your phone. Okay, so here we are with my phone. To install Discord, you should go to your app store. Again, if you have iOS, it's pretty similar. And then you just type in Discord. And then hit install. And now it says installing, and then open. And then you're going to want to log in. And you can just type in your credentials and hit login. And here you are in your Discord server. Same place, just now it's on your phone. Okay, so it is required that you have a phone for this class and that you install Discord on it. And here is why. There's going to be a number of assignments in the class where you're asked to take a picture either of yourself or of something in your environment and post it to Discord. And it's going to be much, much easier for you to do that if you have Discord installed on your phone. Then you can just take the picture and hit share and share it to the proper channel. And then the other thing is that we're really going for a sense of interconnectivity here. So if you have Discord on your phone, you're much more likely to be able to respond promptly if one of your classmates tags you. So it just can allow us to have a richer experience with one another. So you can install Discord on your desktop. You also need to install Discord on your phone. If, however, you don't have a tech situation where you can install Discord on a desktop, if you're using a public computer, you can access Discord through a web browser. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, so here is our course Blackboard page again, and I'm just going to go over to Module 1. So on the side here is the controls for how to access all the information in the class. So here's our welcome screen, and here's a little thing about how to succeed in the course. This is some overview information. Here's that Discord tutorial that we were looking at. And the bulk of the course is in these modules down here. So over the next 5 weeks, you're going to work through these 5 modules, which have lots and lots of content about all of the different parts of anthropology. So if we go to Module 1 and we look at 1.1, the first unit, what is anthropology, you can scroll down, and at the bottom there are these prompts. There are things that you're asked to do. You're going to be asked to post a selfie in Selfie Land. You're going to ask to write 3 to 5 sentences in critical thinking. You're going to ask to share about your own experience. And to do that, if you want, you don't have to, you can follow all these links to go to Discord. This is going to open a new tab in a browser. So you can choose to install it. That's this download for Windows option here. Or you can just click open Discord and then it will open up in your browser. So it says connecting, logging on, and here we are. And here is Anthropology Session 1, and you have the full Discord connectivity on your browser. You might get a little notification saying download. I can just X that out. And yeah, so this is how you can access Discord from any computer. Great, so thank you for bearing with me through this very long tutorial. I know it is not the most exciting video for you to watch, and it might be a little redundant, but I just want to make sure that you all are prepared to interact with the course the way we want you to. So the last thing we're going to go over in this tutorial is the BU My Courses page. So I showed you we have all these modules here. There's a place for announcements. We will be posting announcements on Blackboard, although the primary place that we will be communicating timely information to you is on Discord. But Blackboard is the major place for you to access the course content, these 5 modules, everything that you need to read or every video that you need to watch, you will find links to these things in the different modules. So here's Module 2 on biological anthropology. If we click on this unit, you can see what is evolution. So we have a couple of videos about evolution for you to watch. And then there's some Discord prompts down here. There's also going to be some quizzes that you'll take in My Courses, so you will have to log on to this every day to access the course content. However, you will be going over to Discord in order to interact with your peers. So the last thing that I want to show you on My Courses is these welcome norms. This is the same post that you can find in Discord servers. This is exactly the same text. And the very first thing that you're going to need to do, your very first assignment for this class, is to think carefully about how you want to be communicating with other people, because that is the core of what we're going to be doing during this semester. So what you'll find is a list of 5 norms that I've come up with of things that are important that we do when we're communicating with each other. So be thoughtful, be kind, use I statements, avoid making claims about whole groups that are stereotyping, say yes and instead of no but. So you should read these welcome norms and then head on over to the welcome norms channel on Discord and come up with 1 or 2 of your own norms. How do you like it when people communicate with you? Are there ways that you really don't like being communicated with? You know, you could talk about things like timeliness, like how rapidly do you expect one of your peers to respond to a tag? Or if someone says something offensive, what do you say back to them to de-escalate the conversation? These kinds of things. So we want to set some ground rules among each other about how we want to communicate in this space together. So that's your first assignment, is to think about that question and come up with a suggestion that you might want other people in the class to follow. Once you've done that, the next thing you can do is head on over to introduce yourself, and you can post a selfie. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. I'm going to click this plus icon, and I'm going to click on this picture of me, and I'm going to say, "Hi everyone, it's your instructor Teresa. Here's my selfie." So you should post a selfie of yourself to the Introduce Yourself channel so that we get a nice montage of images of people in the class so that we all know who we are interacting with. Okay, cool. Okay, So that is this tutorial. I hope you have enough context now to do all the things you could possibly want to do in Discord, and that you feel prepared to do well in this class. It's going to be really fun. I'm super excited. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to email your instructor, or you can message them directly on Discord. All of their contact information is in the syllabus. Yeah, we will see each other in the chat. Okay, bye!